I'm Akia.
I'm Ashley. And we're sisters addicted to Asian dramas and music.
We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to podcast number 7.
Seven. Lucky number 7.
Wow. So, to start off our podcast number 7, first topic of the day.
Good news.
Breaking couple news.
Right. Not breaking up news, but like breaking news. Newsflash. Yeah.
So Lee Sung-kyung and Nam Joo-hook, who are YG actors, also played a couple.
Oh, he sure is YG.
Mm-hmm. They were the couple in Weightlifting Fairy. It's officially announced that they are in a relationship after it's been rumored since the drama that they were a couple.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go watch it now just because I want to see that chemistry. Because obviously that chemistry led to something.
It gave me my urge to go back and finish watching it because, like I said, I started it, but I haven't gone back to watch, I think, after episode 5. Not that it's not good, it's just I got so much other going on that I'm barely watching any of my dramas.
Right. Well, for me, I'm watching quite a few dramas. Well, sort of, kind of.
Kind of, sort of.
Maybe. Kind of in and out.
Right.
But, I mean, I'm dedicated to one at the moment.
Right.
I need to go watch another episode of that other drama, My Secret Love Affair. My Secret Romance. My Secret Romance. It started last week, and it's 2 episodes up. And I watched it on Wednesday, so it's 2 episodes back to back I watched. So I need to go watch the 3rd episode today.
I so forgot that started.
Yeah.
What is wrong with me?
It's super cliche.
I know that, and that's why I wanted to watch it because I know it's
so cliche.
I know that, and I when I told you about it, I remember I told you, I said, I feel like it's going to be super cliche, but I feel like that's what I need, though, because that's what brought me into Drama Land. So to kind of help me urge myself back into watching, not maybe as much as I was, but to get back to at least watching a couple dramas throughout the week.
Right.
I need those cliche dramas here and there to bring me back, to remind me this is why you loved Drama Land.
Right.
And I like him. And I like him in these type of very cliche roles.
He plays those a lot, though, other than Oh My Venus.
Right, but...
Oh, no, he was in, what's that long one?
But I think he was still kind of cliche, Chable type of... No, he wasn't. Yes,
He's
he
probably
was.
the cliche poor guy if he wasn't cliche Chable.
Right. No, he was. I think he was the rich guy in that, but I think he had, I don't know. I heard that drama was really good, and I put it in my queue not just because of him.
Right.
But because I kind of was interested in it before, and then after watching him in a few things last year, I was like, oh, okay, let me see what the reviews are on this drama. And a lot of the stuff is that it's really good, and it's it has a lot of women stories in it. So I was like, okay, I'm always down for women stories in a drama. And I like him, and they said that his coupling in the drama is really good. So I just haven't played because I know it's on the drama.
Right.
But yes, I'm happy about this couple. So yeah, I do need to go back to Weightlifting Fairy, because I have quite a few people tell me that it's a good one to watch. So... we should do Bias versus Bias now.
Oh, yeah.
So this time, guys, we are doing Kdrama Bias versus Bias. And we're kind of connecting our biases with the K-drama that made them our bias.
Right. Actually, I didn't write down the K-drama that made them our bias, but I can always say it because it's like easy off the top of my head.
Right, but for me, at least for when it comes to my decision making for this one,
right,
I'm going to use a drama that made them my bias as kind of a factor.
Yeah. Not
them as the works on a whole, because sometimes that affects my decision. The works on a whole affects.
Yeah, it can.
Because sometimes my love for them has grown with other works, and sometimes their bias drama kind of, not to say their best work, but it's what I love them the most.
I feel like you're talking about like one specific person.
No,
we can just go and do this.
I am not.
I already know who's in there and who you're talking about specifically.
Whatever. No, I'm not. Okay, so since I think you went first last time, so
yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'll just do you first.
Okay.
You lie. How dare you have him in here? He is mine. Okay. Cha Se-won from The Greatest Love.
Okay.
I won't even get into my spill about that. And Yuen Na, Queen In-ha's man.
Oh, wow. And she was in Greatest Love.
She sure was, but she wasn't like biased.
No.
Material
not at all.
in The Greatest Love.
Not
like
at all.
Oh, like that.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh, why is it so hard? I can't say a name. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go with Queen and her man Yuina. I don't know, because I had watched her in so much other stuff before I watched her in Queen and Husband, and I always liked her in those little side roles.
Yeah.
Then watch her be that female lead in Queen and Husband. I was like, that's Bae right there.
That's Bae.
That is Bae.
That Bae.
Right.
That Bae right
Cha
there.
Se-won, I mean, I loved him being the quirky Doko Jin in Greatest Love.
Right.
And I loved him. He's a great actor. I don't know. It's just, I had to, I guess I had to go with Yuina.
Yeah. Yuen Na win.
Okay. So your first is Vanessa Wu.
Ah.
And Cha Se-won.
Ah. Okay, so Vanessa Wu became my bias from Material Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people haven't seen this Taiwanese drama, which I think is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And because I've watched so many Taiwanese dramas where they're super cliche, or they just feel like they dragged, or I just feel like there's things missing, while I was watching Material Queen, I didn't see many flaws. The music was great, the acting was amazing,
Right.
and the clothes were amazing. Granted, because they had like a fashion goddess who was like the clothes designer. But anyway, Vanessa Wu was such a nerdy violinist. Or Cha Se-won, Doko Jin, who I've watched like 12 times.
I literally had to buy her the DVD set for this movie because I knew she watched it way too often.
Yes! It's not as good because, with the DVD, just because I enjoy watching it on Viki.
Right, the comments, right.
And they're just like mirroring my thoughts. But anyway.
But you do not understand how many times I would walk into our room and I'd be like, really? We're watching this again?
Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Ah.
So you're having a hard time like I did with my first round.
Cha Se-won. Because I've watched him so many more times than I've watched Material Queen.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Cha Se-won.
Okay, so my next group.
Oh, let's see. We got Moon Chae-won from Innocent Man. Overrated. And Kim Soo-han from My Love from Another Star.
Don't be making mumbling stuff under your breath about my biases.
I'm not talking about your bias. Not your bias. I'm talking about that drama.
Whatever.
Kim Soo-han from My Love from Another Star.
I'm gonna have to go with Moon Chae-won and Innocent Man because I loved how strong her character was, and then also in that drama, it just showed the range of how Moon Chae-won can act. That she can go from being this really strong, bitchy type of character, but not bitchy in the bad sense. Like she was strong and she wasn't afraid to show it. To how she was. Kind of to give spoilers if you haven't watched the drama, that she goes through this problem where she has an issue with her brain, so she doesn't remember anything that's happened before the accident that happens in the drama. So she completely has a personality change. She's kind of almost childlike in a sense. And then when she gets her memory back, she plays the character where she's still able to act somewhat dumb like that.
Yeah.
But then you see her strongness come out. So I have to say Kim So-hoon. Granted, he was good in Moon. Playing the alien everybody loved, but Do Min-jun, but yeah. Moon Chae-won and Innocent, most definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Soji Sub.
Soji Sub. I already decided. Soji Sub.
Wang Kai.
Ooh! Oh no!
I thought you already decided.
Can I opt out not to pick one?
How dare you? Oh, you probably should say who Wang Kai is.
Well, Wang Kai or Wang Kai, he is a Chinese. Well, is he Taiwanese? I think he's Chinese actually. I just know he's been in Chinese dramas. He was in a Taiwanese drama though before, I think. Anyway,
but I think he is Chinese.
He was in When a Snail Falls in Love. He was in Nirvana and Fire. He was in
Love Me If You Dare.
Love Me If You Dare. He became Bias Wrecker in Bias Material when he was in Ode to Joy. No. Was it that scene Ode to Joy first? Yes. When he was in Ode to Joy. Granted, I saw him in Love Me If You Dare first as like a side character.
Right.
But then I saw him in Nirvana and Fire, and he was pretty darn good.
Right.
He was like the dark horse in the drama.
See, like, I've watched him only in When a Snail Falls in Love and Love Me If You Dare.
Right.
And just watching him from in Love Me If You Dare, which I watched first, it made me want to watch Snail Falls in Love just because he was a side character. I was just like, who is you, sir?
Yeah, I started to like him when Love Me If You Dare, but he wasn't like the main guy who everybody's like pining after.
Right.
I mean, not just the girls in the drama, but like the girls watching it. But then I watched him in Nirvana and Fire, but then I found out he was going to be in Ode to Joy, which is a really interesting female empowerment drama, in my opinion, which I really enjoyed. But then I saw he was going to be in When a Snail Falls in Love with the same lady he was in a relationship with in Ode to Joy, so I watched that. So he became Bias Material in Ode to Joy, but he became Bias Wrecker in Ode to Joy, but he became Bias, like, legit lister in When a Snail Falls in Love. But anyway, Soji Sub has been like my love for a long time. I feel like I'm just like avoiding the question. It is so
really
hard.
are.
It's so hard.
Because I actually wanted Soji Sub on my list, but actually what made Soji Sub my bias was a movie and not a K-drama. So that's why he's not on my list.
I want to cry. Okay. I'm gonna pick Soji Sub just because he's bae since a long time ago and I cannot abandon him. Okay, I'm done. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Oh, she made it so dramatic.
I can't. That was hard.
Granted, I don't know. I might get a dramatic one too.
Hwang Jung-eun from Secret and Song Joong-ki, Innocent Man. So you just like the whole Innocent Man couple.
I did because to bring up Innocent Man, both of them, the acting stood out to me in that drama in general. You may not care for the drama,
Right.
but to me, yes, the drama is not perfect, but their acting in the drama stood out to me, and I will always remember them for that particular drama. But when it comes to this, even though it seems like I'm picking all the females, Hang Jung-eun, I'm sorry, because she rocked Secret. I may have liked Song Joong-ki in that, but she rocked Secret.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that one wasn't that complicated for me. I might get a hard one though. I tried to make my list right.
Feel it coming. Like I was just writing, oh him. I didn't think, what if they have to compete? I love you, Wong Kai.
Han Ji Min.
Ooh, ready up.
Gang Hyo Jin. Wow, how did I pick those two? Oh, that's a
Okay, Gang Hyo Jin, but just because that's my girl, man. Like,
I think you watched almost all of her dramas.
Yeah, like for real.
Right.
Okay, so Gang Hyo Jin from The Greatest Love. That's when I started like her, and from then on, I looked for her stuff. Han Ji Min, I saw her in Resurrection first, but she wasn't like on my radar like hardcore, like the way Gang Hyo Jin was when I first saw her. So Han Ji Min's bae,
Definitely.
but Gang Hyo Jin is like Bias.
Wifey.
Yes. There you go, dude.
Yes.
You get me. You get me.
Wow, yeah. I can understand that. Handyman is, yep. So, my next group.
Let's see. We got Lee Jun Ki. Gee. Oh, I thought it was Ki, like K-I, or is it Geese?
Because how the G and the K are the same lettering in Hangul.
That's
So
how-
it pends on how the spelling is.
Right, because I seen Gong Hoijin say Kong Hoijin.
Right.
I guess it's just English. That's
Right.
just English people.
It's just how it depends on how they pronounce it. Some people can pronounce it with a G sound, some people pronounce it
Then
with
we
a K
got Kong Yu or Gong Yu.
His is actually Gong.
Gong Yu from Coffee Prince.
Oh my god. That's my I don't know.
What? I forgot when we paused for a minute. What the heck? Oh yeah, that's hard for you, and I'm so happy. Please take your time on this one, Nakia.
Oh my god.
I say Gong Yu is my Soji sub, and Lee Jung-gi is my Wang Kaiju. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Lee Jung-gi was from Marang and the Magistrate. Sorry.
Right.
Gong Yu was from Coffee.
Because I had watched Lee Jun Ki and other stuff before that, but watching him in his comeback after military leave drama, Wrong and Magistrate, I was like, oh yeah, I know why I was interested in you before you went off. Yes sir. But Gong Yu is like the original. And because of that, I had to go with Gong Yu.
All right.
Gong Yu, if you guys don't know, Coffee Prince is my very, very first K-drama ever. And ever since then, Gong Yu has been the actor that I've been wanting to come back to Dramaland so much. And he doesn't come back often enough.
Right.
So I watched Coffee Prince, and then the next thing I saw him in was... I saw him in movies.
Right.
But the next drama I saw him in was Big. And then Big was 3 years ago before Goblin. So I've only technically seen 3 dramas.
I like Big more than Goblin. I haven't finished Goblin, but I don't know. I'm just not inclined to go watch it. You're looking at me crazy right now, like you want to slap the crap out of me. I'm sorry, because I haven't gone back, and it's on my.
But I feel like that's how it is with Goblin, though. There's either people you either really like it or you didn't really care for it.
Right.
There's no in between, I think, with this drama.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because I guess when I go into a drama, yes, story is important too. But also I feel like if the cast acts it well enough, I'm able to get into it despite its flaws.
For me, I don't think it can be saved like that. Like, I can love the acting or even the cast, but I feel like if the story's not supporting them, then even like the best Academy Award winning scene cannot save it. Like, you have to catch me with that story.
But that, I feel like it doesn't. But it doesn't always work like that for me for every time though.
Right.
Because say like Airs, as much as I love the entire cast of Airs, when that was announced, I was like, oh, this is about to be good.
Yeah.
But I was like, what is this bullshit?
But you
Excuse
didn't
my
wanna,
language.
You didn't want to finish it. I finished it through, and the story didn't bother me as much because I knew it was going to be like that. Because
It's not that I
high
didn't want to
school.
finish it through. It's just by the time I got to the last quarter, not even last half, the last quarter of the drama, I was just kind of over it because I was like, I know this is a high school story, but we went super high school and cliche, and I feel like the actors in Airs deserved more of a story and a better story than they got. So that's why I could say, but I don't know. With Goblin, I was able to bypass the misfortunes or mishaps in the story.
Right.
With Airs, I was just like, first of all these actors deserve something better than a high school story, but okay, that's what you gave them. But then you gave them something so super cliche and so predictable and so boring that nothing surprised me. So it was just like, I guess because I felt like if they all deserved better, then yeah. But that's just me. Whatever.
I feel you. Enough of Airs. Let's get on. Let's get on.
Okay, right. Bias versus Bias. Back to that. Chris Wu.
Oh, I love him. He's so underrated. It's not even funny. Like, I'm mad how underrated he is. You know somebody or a drama is underrated, and you're like, God, I wish people would just find out.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, people, how do y'all not know about this guy?
That's how it was about like TV and dramas before like the past 2 or 3 years. Cause like y'all be sleeping on TV and dramas, but y'all don't understand they be going outside the box.
Yeah.
And now everybody's hyping and raving about TV and dramas.
But didn't I tell y'all? Y'all didn't listen when I told y'all 3 years ago.
Right. Okay. And then your second is Roy Chu.
Aw. Okay, Chris Wu. Chris, I can't even get it out. Chris Wu. Roy Chu, I first saw him in... Okay, so he was in this drama called Happy Fortune, Easy Life or something like that. Or Easy Life, Happy Fortune, something like that.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Right, it's Taiwanese drama. And the main cast was... But he was a second lead, and I enjoyed him, and I was like, ooh, and he had long hair then, and I just have a thing for guys with, like,
You do.
shoulder length hair.
You
Not, like,
do.
long down your back. I'm not talking about, like, rock star type. I'm just, I don't know, kind of like almost a bad boy biker, but you don't have to wear the leather. Anyway, he had that, and I liked him in that, because he was, like, a bad boy, but he was, like, super nice. He wasn't really a bad boy. It's just because of life, his parents and stuff.
Right.
And so that drama was okay, but I finished it. But then I saw he was in Office Girls, and I really, really enjoyed watching him in Office Girls. So from Office Girls, I went to other stuff that he's been in. But Chris Wu, that was Roy Chu. But Chris Wu, I watched him in another crappy drama, which was Substitute Princess, and he carried that drama. It was terrible.
Oh, I remember when you were... Oh, he's that guy?
Yes. Team Terry, it's awful. But I digress. He was also in some other dramas that were not that great. But anytime I watch him, I don't know, just even if the story's not that great, or his co-stars aren't, I feel like they're dragging him down. I feel like he's just amazing whatever he's in, and he's been in some other dramas that I just cannot seem to find subbed anywhere.
I hate that.
So that's the only thing. I wish he got more popular, so his fan base would want to sub his stuff. Yeah. So Chris Wu. Okay, so let's move on. I feel I'm getting sentimental over here. Hangru from Marriage Not Dating. Oh, she was so good in that. And Han Hoi Chu from Dong Yi.
Oh. I feel like I'm slightly choosing this one because I'm recently rewatching it.
What?
But I'm gonna choose Hangru.
Yeah.
Just because I watched Hannah doing quite a bit of stuff, and I loved her in Dong Yi, and it's kind of hard to compare the two different roles because one is historical and one is not.
Well, she did a modern day one, but it was more like real melodramatic, while Hangru did more of a romantic comedy.
Right, and
it's easier to love people from romantic comedies, I think.
True. So that's why I feel like I'm gonna choose Hangru, just because I loved how the tenacity that she took on her role in Marriage Not Dating, because she had to play a non-typical female lead. So I love that. And then I don't know, she was just awesome in that drama. She took the kiss scenes well.
Yeah.
She didn't wear the typical conventional K-drama stuff. She had on shorts and showed her thighs. And most K-drama filming, especially if they
was
feel
that a TV and drama?
That's probably part of it too.
Right. You're a TV and stan.
I am. But yeah, so as much as I love Hannah I do, I'm going to have to go with Hangru, at least for that particular, because of the drama I chose.
Right. Yes. Guys, if this bias versus bias game is going kind of long, it's because we had so many that we could not just like narrow it down.
Right.
And every time I had like a certain amount of numbers, I'd be like, can we add a couple more?
Right.
Anyway.
And then also, of course, when it comes to your biases, you can go on and on.
And on. Right. I think K-pop is easier to not have as many biases.
Right. But K-dramas,
right.
You see them in them certain roles, you're just like, ooh.
You were so good, babe.
Right. Okay, so we have Jo Jun-suk.
He was in Oh My Ghostess and recently
Jealousy Incarnate.
right, I always call it the opposite way.
Incarnation of
Jealousy, but I've heard too the both names anyway.
Jung Royo-won.
Yes.
Rowan, I think it is.
She was in she came Bias from what's it called? Why is it slipping my mind? History of a Salary Man.
Oh, right, yes.
I think that's the only drama I've really watched her in that I've truly enjoyed. She's done some other stuff, but I haven't loved it completely. Like her last drama, Bubblegum, was, to me, it was boring. Other people have said it's a gem, but that's each its own.
I started it and I haven't finished it, so I don't know. I got excited about the coupling, and I like that they were.
I feel like they could have took it a different way.
Right.
And they went a really boring route.
I think they were trying to make it slice of life, but they made it too slice of life.
Maybe. Anyway.
Too everyday. I don't know. Whatever. I haven't finished it.
I have to pick Jo Jun-suk just because when he was in his side character role, I loved him. And from that moment on, from What's Up, when he's in side character role, I was like, I have to find anything else that he's in.
Right.
And
I love when I
loved
find
watching
people
him.
like that. When they're the side character, but they stand out to me so much, I'm like, they got to find something else they're in.
Right.
And I hope they eventually get a lead role.
Right. And I've liked him in all the dramas I've watched him in since then.
Right. I've always liked him in his stuff that I've seen him in. I've only seen him in 3 dramas.
Oh, okay.
But I've liked, and he's always been the lead at that point because, granted, I watched What's Up, but I hadn't watched him enough in it.
Yeah, and I keep telling her, just watch that part. You don't have to watch the rest of the drama because it's nilch, it's nothing. Just watch that part. But anyway.
Right. Anyway, okay. Moving on.
Okay, so.
My last, I think it should be right.
Yeah. Ji Chang-wook. I'm going to go pronouncing these names. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm butchering them.
I might butcher them too, even though I'm learning.
And Han Bin. Snow Queen and Ji Jang-wook from Healer and Han Bin from Snow Queen. Snow Queen was good. It was sad. It was a while ago I watched it, though. It was a long time ago.
It was, and that drama emotionally killed me, and I refused for a while to even talk about it because of what it did to me.
That drama had made me not want to watch dramas that were made, like, during the cold season.
That's what it is. Yes.
I was like, this is so sad. Anything made during the winter is so sad.
Right. I think for a while I didn't watch any winter dramas or anything that looked remotely winter-like for the
She's
longest.
got a coat on. I'm not watching it. She's got clothes on, a scarf. No.
Because that was the drama that Snow Queen was the first drama that would make me realize that they do kill off lead characters.
Yeah.
They don't think miracles are going to happen and that they eventually survive in the end.
She's going to survive. He's going to be pushing her around in a wheelchair in the ending, the epilogue.
Right, that's it. We're not going to actually watch. No. Snow Queen makes you realize, yes, we do. No. Writers are killers. But anyway, back to my
real quiet.
I'm gonna have to go with Han Bin.
What?
I know you thought I was gonna.
She's been talking about freaking Healer for the past 3 freaking years. I don't know when this drama came out, but Healer is like number 1.
Because I watched Han Bin in more stuff, and his first drama that I watched Han Bin in didn't make him stand out to me, but watching him in Snow Queen play that dark role made me feel like, ooh, I'm excited for whatever he comes back with.
Yeah, and I wish she would go back to doing stuff like that.
Right. Chi Jang-wook is still new to me.
Yeah.
He knocked Lee Min-ho out the water, but I don't know if I have to watch him in some other stuff to see if he's really worthy to knock out some other contenders in my list.
Right.
He's on my list, but honestly, Chi Jang-wook is on my list, but he's newer, fresher on my list. So if he was compared to even to say someone else, I still don't know if
you would pick him.
Right. I love him, but I've got to see him in some more stuff and see him in some more, watching him in his new drama in a romantic comedy role might solidify him as he on my list. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Gotcha. I don't know if this drama that he has coming up, that romantic comedy, is gonna knock anything out. Even if it's good, unless it's The Greatest Love, Cha Se Wong type stuff.
Right. No,
like,
it just
rewatch values at a 10 or something.
I mean, because I already like him. It's just more so seeing how he plays on a romantic character type of male lead role.
Yeah.
Will kind of make me know that, okay, yes, I'm ready to watch him no matter what type of character he's doing.
Yeah.
Because Healer's type of character was, very action-filled and all that stuff. And then I know the other drama,
More emotional.
Empress Key is more emotional and historical in a sense.
But I didn't care for him in Empress Key.
But you weren't rooting for his relationship, so that's probably why you have a little...
God, we need a podcast where we just talk about dramas where you, like, did not like...
The couple. I have quite a few of those.
Okay, so I think that's what we're going to talk about next time.
Yeah.
Like,
well, not a...
I want to rant on Empress Key so... bad.
Right. I think I have at least maybe 3 that I could probably talk about.
Yeah.
That I was like, the coupling was just like, really?
Yeah.
This is what we're supposed to be rooting for.
And you just like pissed the rest of the drama.
Yes. Like I finished it because I made it this far, but
Stop
I am
kissing.
so right.
Stop hugging.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Anyway. Okay, Ashley's final person. Cecilia Liu.
Yeah, she was in Scarlet Heart, and she was also in
that
Sound of the
girl.
Desert.
Oh, okay.
God.
And Kim So-hoon.
Cecilia Liu.
Right, I was like, sorry, when I saw the name, I knew who was going to be it.
God. Like, I first watched her in Scarlet Heart, and I loved it. And then I watched her in Sound of the Desert, and I loved it. And I've rewatched Sound of the Desert more. I tried to rewatch Scarlet Heart, and I just did enjoy it, but I just remember the emotions in the story, and I was like, this is not something I can rewatch like that. But I have watched Sound of the Desert a few times. Because I enjoyed the couple, I enjoyed the characters, I enjoyed the story, so... Not that I did it for them.
Right. I've seen a few scenes of Scarlet Heart, so... I kind of liked how she portrayed the haughtiness of her type of character.
Yeah.
So I'm tempted to watch that version of Scarlet Heart, but the Korean version has scarred me slightly a bit. So if I do watch it, it's probably going to be later down the road.
To me, why I prefer the Chinese version of Scarlet Heart over the Korean version, and it's not because of the editing. It's because the portrayal of the characters. They changed it up, and because I'm a fan of the original, I like the way they changed it up to make it their own, but I still wanted, I don't know, that feeling from the original Scarlet Heart.
Right.
And the characters didn't match up. Like, the main girl, Cecilia Liu, played her character. She was just, like, really headstrong, and she didn't back down. Granted, when she got to the palace, she had to, do certain things, but I still feel like her character was stronger than IU's.
Right.
Like, she was able to voice more, and she could do more. I feel like once IU got into the palace, she just changed her personality.
And do you think that has something to do with culture stance? Because maybe in China in that time, women could be a little bit more...
Then that's not even it. Because when she would voice something, the men, even when she was younger, the younger version of her, she was the men, when she would say something, they were like, excuse me, I understand this and that. And that's where the 13th Prince came in. Sorry about the spill about Scarlet Heart, but this is where the 13th Prince came in. And he was like on her level. She's futuristic, or she's a modern day type of woman. And I like that. We're not romantically involved, but we see eye to eye, and I love her for that.
Right.
And so that's why I feel like Scarlet Heart didn't give me that
right,
camaraderie and the hardcore.
Because I remember you telling me about that relationship. So when Jesus and Becca were starting to join, I was like, ooh, so we're going to finally see that relationship played out. Because they were cute together in that friendship.
Right.
But we got it in flashbacks and snippets.
Yeah, and you didn't. I feel like we couldn't really grow with them.
Right. That's what it is.
Well, how many episodes was it?
20. And I think that's exactly what it is. They cut out some of the character development stuff that we needed.
Right. And because as a person who's watched it already, I could see where they slipped. And I'm just like, I don't feel the relationship.
Right.
I see it, but I don't feel it. And for you...
I don't like that with dramas either. Because
right.
I'm like, wait a minute, so they're friends now?
Right. And you could see it even though you hadn't watched it.
Right. Because I know you told me about it, but the scenes that she's telling you about, I haven't seen. So I have no idea of how the bond is really supposed to be portrayed out. But I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, he didn't like her in the beginning because of the relationship that he had feelings for her sister-in-law or cousin or whatever she
just
was.
threw around some relationship
And then
stuff.
when she died, and then they showed them how all of a sudden that Becca and her friendship, okay, they had a couple of drinks at night, but I'm like, can we have watched those scenes?
Right.
I wanted to see that because now it feels jarring to go watch them in one episode where he hated her. So all of a sudden, just because of the time jump, I'm supposed to believe that their relationship has grown past that. No, drama watchers are not idiots, editors and writers. Like, yes, certain things need to be cut out, but there are certain character developments and relationship growth that we actually still need to see and not just believe because this is what you're telling us it is.
Right. And maybe it's because they didn't have the money. I feel like they did.
They had the time and the money.
They should have made it at least 24 episodes just because the original was 46 and all the stuff. Granted, a lot of it might have been politics.
Right.
It still gave the room for growth. And I feel like they didn't pull in the key parts to help us connect with the characters.
Right, and I felt like if they had just left in those character development moments between that stuff, then I felt like the story probably would have flowed better too. Right, because then we would have watched them grow together, so that it would have felt like, oh, okay. And then when the time jump happened, we'd have been like, okay, now I can see them eventually getting here.
Right.
But we didn't see the beginning. We saw the beginning. We didn't see the middle, and we saw the end point. And we're supposed to believe all that happened in the middle.
Like the first chapter of the book, and then going to read like
the end of it, and thinking you know exactly what.
Right. No. You miss so much in the middle.
Right.
And I don't like when you don't get that. To see that character development. We want to see character development. We see that end product, but we want to see how they got there.
Right.
And that's the whole point
of watching a drama. We want to see the character development. Yes, don't drag out the point before growth too long either, because I hate that.
Right.
Because I feel like certain dramas do that too, where they drag out the before growth moment, and then all of a sudden we're supposed to believe that it takes all of one episode or one major event that, this is their change. This is why they're growing.
Yeah.
Huh? No, he was an ass just last episode. I'm supposed to believe just an hour later that all of a sudden because this major event happened that he's completely did a 180 in his character.
No, but we ain't dumb. I don't know who do that in real life. I know it's a drama land.
Right.
But no.
Yes, I feel like drama land, don't think because it's drama land that it's okay to just
shortchange us just because we aren't paying for the cable. Hey, we're paying for our internet here where we watch it.
Thank you.
Even if we're on Wi-Fi, we had to go somewhere and get that Wi-Fi.
Thank
you.
Don't
just downgrade our efforts.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of our taboo subject. That's still a taboo subject with Scarlet Heart.
See, every time we bring up Scarlet Heart, we go into tangents.
Right.
But okay, that ends bias versus bias because I don't know how we got into this big long talk about something else. We didn't even finish saying that was bias. Okay, end of that.
Right. I think next time we're going to have to go back to K-pop. We have less, tangents with K-pop than we do.
Right, K-dramas.
Right.
Okay.
Hardcore K-drama watchers, man.
Even though that's the end of bias versus bias, we should talk about some K-dramas, though.
Yeah.
So I say wrong.
Yay, boo. Bias versus bias winner.
He is returning to Dramaland after his last historical drama that we actually started together.
Yeah, we did.
But didn't finish.
Why didn't we? We just kept going, you want to watch today? And then we didn't.
Right.
Like, let's watch tomorrow, but we don't.
And then next thing we know, the drama was over. And
we can go back and watch it. Then we said we were going to watch it separately and we can just talk about it.
And we still hadn't done. Neither one of us has gone back.
Wait, how many episodes? We didn't even get to the adulthood yet.
We made it right before they aged up. I think
we're still part of the child. I think at the end of that next episode we're gonna age up.
Right. I think that's what.
Damn. I didn't even put that up.
And I was so excited for this drama though.
Yeah, I was too. But then I've heard some stuff
about politics
it.
If you guys didn't know.
Oh yeah. And then I heard some stuff about it. So it just kind of made me, I don't know if I want to go yet.
Right, I appreciated Cha Tae-won playing a historical character, and then also a character that was kind of flawed in a sense.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I felt like because once the age up happened, because I knew the historical aspect of the king that he was portraying.
Right.
I probably in my mindset is probably part of the reason why I kind of backed away from it, because I was like, this is this is
Bias.
right. I can't watch him go through this downfall and knowing that I don't think his characters is supposed to come back.
Right.
So,
But I feel like he's such a key role, but I guess he did it because the other people, the kids who grew up later on in the drama were the key.
right,
He was just kind of like a before and not the after.
right,
Maybe that's what it is. We couldn't accept it, so we didn't go back.
right,
Deep down in our hearts, that's the
right. I feel like that's what the reason was. But anyway, he's announced that he will be in a drama, and they start filming in October, so that means the drama won't be to the end of the year or not until next year.
Right, January or so.
So, I mean,
It's gonna be a cold drama. That means it's gonna be sad.
We were just talking about
How many
this.
romantic comedies do they have in the cold?
Very rarely. They're
Right.
usually melodramatic, or they may be romantic comedy, but they have a little bit more mellow than the summer or spring romantic comedies.
True, because
are.
like spring and summer is usually like romantic comedy season.
Season is like all about the flowers and the butterflies.
Yeah,
and
they're usually outside a lot,
yeah. So
but not with the cold. Like I like fall ones because they can kind of be a little bit of both. That's when
Right.
they get like dramatic and sad, but then when you get into winter, it really gets like bawling your eyes out.
right, yes,
I feel like.
yes. But I am excited that he is coming back, though.
Yeah, we don't know his role or the drama for what it's called or who else is in it. They probably just don't have any of that, but we know that he did sign on to
Yes.
do another drama.
He announced it himself at a fan
Right,
meet, so
right. So it's not like talks or
Right.
rumors. It's from the horse's mouth.
yes. But another person from Dramaland, Jang Nara, had signed up for a drama, but there's some drama politics going on that possibly that drama may not be airing. It's been put on hold.
They started filming it or something?
They haven't. I think they did, but not a whole lot. I forgot the exact reason. I had to find the article why it's being put on hold.
Well,
So, but oh, and then we have Chi Jong Wook's drama, Suspicious Partner, has released its teaser trailer, I guess you could say, because like my sister Ashley said, if it's not a minute, it ain't a trailer, it's a teaser.
right.
So we're gonna watch this real quick. Let's see. And it looks like it's gonna be on Viki.
Is it Vicky exclusive?
Probably, but I have to check Drama Fever to see. And it looks like they're having a presidential election type thing. Is that teaser if you guys have seen it already? With them dancing. So we got like the leaves.
It's very springish, very pinky.
Yes.
Pink and white. But I was just trying to understand, is it really just for the teaser? Or is this like maybe a
They're supposed to-
storyline in the drama?
It may be a possible storyline, but I know there's supposed to be 2 lawyers to my extent.
Oh.
Or prosecutors or something like that.
That's right. See, I barely remember the
Right, so that's
synopsis.
right. It's not much to it. Just kind of it seems like the cast kind of playing around with some things, so it's not really giving you I guess an actual
When does it start?
episode play. It's next month. I can't remember the exact date.
A couple weeks from now.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because it did. I don't remember it saying at the end of the teaser. Let's see.
Did it?
May 10th. There we go. Yes.
Watch it on Viki.
And it did say only on Viki, so it may be Drama Fever may be getting it too. We'll have to
Okay.
see, but I'll probably watch this one on Viki because it look like it'll be a good one to watch with some comments.
I'm only complaining because I don't have a Viki pass, and Viki is like jerks with those those ads.
Right.
And I have a Drama Fever exclusive type premium, whatever it's called.
Right.
So I usually will go to Drama Fever if it has it first, but if not, then I have to bear through the commercials. And with the Viki Pass, not only do they have the commercials, but you have to wait like weeks after it airs to watch. So
Oh, really?
like
See, I have a Viki Pass, so I didn't know about it. I've had it for about a year now.
right. So like the drama I'm watching, Taiwanese drama I'm watching now, which is Perfect Match. It has 3 or maybe 4 episodes up for people without Viki Pass to watch, but people with Viki Pass are up to episode 8.
Mm.
So you got like 3 weeks behind, 4 weeks behind.
Ah,
So I don't like that.
I did not know that.
And then with Vicky Pass, that means that there's probably nowhere else that they have it. They wouldn't put it like that if they.
So they took
Drama
a note.
Fever does the same thing,
right? I was about to say they took a note from Drama Fever because Drama Fever started. They weren't initially doing that when you had premium. It didn't necessarily matter. All you just got was no commercials,
right?
But then they upgraded their paid system, so now people who have the highest grade, which I have, which is I got before they had levels to it.
Yeah.
So you have that, and you get episodes as soon as they get put up, and that so people who don't have the level that you have to watch it weeks later.
Yeah.
So I can appreciate that because it kind of makes it a little bit okay. I'm paying for something more than just
no commercials. Right. I'm paying not to have commercials. That's like paying for Hulu or something, but you actually get commercials.
Right. And that's why I'm canceling Hulu, matter of factly, because I'm like, I got frustrated with the whole fact that one, half of the stuff that I was going to Hulu to watch was old, and then you had to have like the highest level because they have levels to Hulu now.
Yeah, they do.
You had to have a certain level to watch it on certain devices, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
And then half of the content that I was going to Hulu to watch or rewatch, they took down. So, a matter of fact, my subscription for Hulu, I think it's on hold right now. Yeah. And when it's up, I'm kind of like, you know what? Cancel it. I could keep that money for some other stuff.
Yeah. I don't think they have levels. It's just.
They do now because now they have where you can get completely no commercials.
Right, or you can get limited commercials.
Right, and I'm like...
But you can get a Hulu account regardless.
Right.
And you can watch on the computer. But if you want to watch like on the app on your phone or your some kind of streaming device, you have to pay.
Right, which is fine. That's fine. I don't sit in front of my computer to watch K-dramas like I used to because I have a Roku. And then before I had my Roku, I would watch on my phone majority of the time. But it's just too many reasons why Hulu is just not it for me to be given that.
That's true. I think Hulu's more for people who want to watch, who don't maybe that have cable or don't have time.
Right.
Granted, because if you have cable, you can just record it. But Hulu's more people on the go who don't have time to watch it when it airs. You can watch shows
right
after the fact.
Right. So but yeah, I guess it is what it is, whatever.
Yeah.
So we'll figure out. Oh, we did say, didn't we say last podcast we were going to watch this business partner together? Okay, yes. I'm sorry, I completely forgot about that. Okay, anyway, now let's go on to music. And I actually have a music topic, guys. It's not just Ashley this time. Mm-hmm. I saw an article on Sampi late last week, excuse me. It says the first African-American K-pop duo, Coco Avenue, releases sexy track, Ote. And it's actually available on iTunes. Like, they're like a legit artist that are singing in Korean.
Right.
So I watched a little snippet of the video because I saw the article when I was at work. So I kind of want to see a little bit more of it now. So let's see if we can play it and see what we get. It's not even that long.
It gave me some like J Park vibes, and granted I do enjoy J Park, but I don't go to his stuff like that.
Right. I gravitate toward J Park and just AOMG in general anyway though.
I wonder what the reception for them was in Korea though.
Right. Because I watched long enough just to hear how they sounded in singing Korean, but I didn't fully pay attention to the song.
Her thighs, I'm so jealous of that. The dancer?
Right.
Was that them dancing? That's not them.
No.
I wonder how they got to this. I didn't read the article. Like, how do you...
Right, they are YouTubers.
Oh, right. And they were separate YouTubers, but then they got together.
Right, they got together to do... I guess they have a joint account now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's composed of Jenny Lyric and Jenna Rose. The duo both sings and raps in Korean, and they have also performed in Seoul. Both women started as fans of K-pop who uploaded videos to YouTube. Each developed a YouTube following, but fans of their videos would occasionally mistake one woman for the other because they do look similar, but not...
Right. They could be sisters.
Right. Eventually, Jenny Lyric reached out to Jenna Rose and suggested they created a K-pop covers together.
That's cool. Well, this is from Sampi, guys, so y'all could always go and read it.
Right. Read the article, the full article on Sampi. And maybe in the article says it's reminiscent of one of J Park's songs.
Oh.
But I like it. It's only not even a full 3-minute video.
She looks like Ashanti.
She do. I actually really like them.
Yeah. I could dig it. It's be good on your playlist.
I kind of hope they continue to kind of do more because because my thing is, anytime I hear about anybody that is non-Asian singing K-pop, I get a little cringy.
Yeah.
Because of the stuff that I've seen in the past.
Yeah.
But when I saw them, I was like, they legit.
Right.
Like, they were legit, because sometimes I feel like some people are trying to portray how they think K-pop is supposed to be or how they see other K-pop artists. But it looks like these girls are being themselves, but just singing in Korean. I kind of want to go check out their YouTube and check out their covers.
I know, right? It's probably really good.
Interesting. Yeah. So I'll definitely go check out their channel. So guys, check out Coco Avenue's YouTube, and I'm guessing it looks like they're on Twitter as well. So go ahead and check them out.
Guess what happened today? Card had a comeback.
Yes, they did.
They still haven't debuted, so I guess this is like pre-debut number 3, but I'm just trying to figure out when they're gonna debut.
Right, that's because I thought they had officially debuted. It wasn't until their Don't Recall came out that I was like, wait a minute, they
haven't debuted.
Right. Okay.
Right. So they came out with a comeback called Rumor, and I guess because this is for that phone, the LG G6.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's part of why they came back before they debuted.
Right.
With this, but I kind of like it. I dig it. It's definitely the Card vibe.
It is.
It has like a
definitely Card
reggaeton or a island vibe.
Right.
Sound to it.
So. Because I watched it a little bit earlier, but I watched it like right after I came off work.
And J-Sef is singing more. Granted, they auto-tuned him a lot. I realized that.
Right.
And he has a really good voice. I'm not sure why they auto-tuned him to sound like that.
And the funny thing is, watching him, watching the video initially, because when I get home, I tend to do my own little routine of, checking my phone and getting myself situated at home. And I had it playing. But anytime J-Sef was on the screen, I could not stop looking. I had to stay and watch his entire little moment.
Is he coming in as a bias soon?
He really is. Because, he's my male bias of the group, definitely. But he's really heading for biases, for real.
Is it okay to do that, though? I know it's a co-ed group. Can you have, like, a male bias and a female bias?
I'm sorry. If it's not okay, I'm sorry. But it's going to be like that for me.
I just have one legit bias. I haven't decided on a male bias, I guess.
At least for me right now, I don't know further along as I go along if I just have one that I prefer.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if I probably would pick J-Sef too, just because Big Matthew, he dabs too much for my taste.
Yes. I can't.
Nothing against dabbing, but
it's not. But it's just like it's kind of those.
I guess it's like an LA vibe. I don't know.
It is, and I feel like because I've seen quite a few boys do that, not just K-pop boys in general.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, especially the ones that are that were raised in California or somewhere on the west coast of the United States.
They dab?
They dab a lot. And it's kind of, I don't know, I guess it's the...
Where did the dabbing start?
I don't know. I feel old with this. And I guess it's probably part of it too. Our age makes it seem... But I don't feel like we're that old though.
Was it reaction or something? It was something I watched. And people were talking about dabbing. They were like... Do people still dab? Right. Is that still a thing? I was like, is it old? I didn't know it was old.
I felt like it is old at this point. At least for me, it's played out because I felt like so many people did it and they kept doing it over. And everybody dabbed this, dabbed that. We get it.
Okay, so I'm telling you this story. This one time I was sitting at the traffic light by coming on my way home from work. And so I'm just looking around, listening to my music. I wasn't jamming hard or anything in the car. And I looked over and these boys in this big old redneck truck, this big old truck, he dabbed at me and he looked at me like he was passing the baton. So I dabbed back and he was like, ah, and he kind of patted his friend. He was like, look back.
I would have been the one that been like, turn my music up and ignore them. God damn it.
We had a dab. a dab fest, dab back at each other. Had like
Right. I feel like that's the
just conversation via dab.
I guess I don't know. I don't feel like I'm that old, but I'm just like, can we let go of the dabbing, please?
Yeah, it's just silly. Anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, I like it. It is very card. It's definitely card sound.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna go for, is that like their sound?
Right, because that's what I'm worried about, because this is not their official debut. Is that when they do debut, will they have a change of sound?
Right, like what's their sound gonna be when they debut?
Right, like I hope they stick with this and grow with this, because this is definitely a refresh in K-pop.
Yeah, definitely. And I want to see a dance version of this.
You know they probably will.
I hope they do, because I finished the video and I was like, dang, I didn't get enough dancing.
Right, because they showed the point dance, so they'll probably release the actual dance video probably tomorrow or sometime this week. Because you know,
we should just release it back to back.
Right.
Because after I finished Rumor, I had to go back and watch Don't Recall Again.
Yeah.
And Oh Nah, just the dance, the choreography videos.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see, who else had to come back or release? IU did. IU had 2 songs come out.
Right.
First one was Palette, and featuring GD, Drew Dragon. I enjoy this one.
Right.
It's nice.
And I mean, I like IU.
It's not as slow as the usual.
Right,
IU.
but that's the thing. IU songs tend to be, I like them, but not enough to download them, because they're usually very slow.
Yeah.
And not songs, because like we realized, like I tend to like songs that I can dance to and move kind of, even just a quick shoulder shake to.
Yeah.
And so when I heard this song, I'm like, okay, it started off and I was like, okay, this is IU. But then it started picking up and I was like, well, I'm getting into this. I really like it. And then also today, I watched her perform it, one of the shows. I forget, I think it was either Inkagayo or something, her comeback show. And she seems like she's having fun performing this too.
She's single and free. She's 25. I think that's what this is. You know, like when you hit a certain age,
right?
Sometimes you outgrow things, or you don't care anymore, or you reach a level of maturity that you realize when you look back on before. You're like, that was so simple, and I made so much big deal about it. So she's like, I'm 25. I'm secure with certain things in my life, things I brush off.
And that's exactly what happens when you hit 25. You kind of get to that point where you're just, certain things you're over it that you thought were so important in your early 20s. You're over it and done with. And things that you thought would destroy you and affect you don't bother you as much as you thought they would.
Right. And I like that. 25 is definitely like...
It's showing her as a growth.
Right. So I like the video. It's cute, and I like the song.
Right. Funny thing is, I tried not to watch it because I knew G Dragon was on it, and I feel like my YG stan in me was gonna automatically try to like the song anyway because G Dragon. But I like that he doesn't come in until the end, and I was enjoying the song before he even came in.
Right. That too. That's true. That's very true.
Right. I loved it, and then when she performed it on Inkagayo, she does G Dragon's part.
She did.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Okay, so I was watching it, and then she was kind of going faster, and I was just like, wait a minute.
Right.
That's G Dragon's part. And usually when you have a rapper featuring your songs, you just skip that part.
They either skip it or they dance through it or something, right? Have like a dance breakdown.
But IU actually rapped it.
I was like, go ahead, girl.
So that made me stand her even more. Granted,
yes.
I honestly don't really see. She made a song called 23, so this is 25, but it's called Palette. Like, I stan IU, but I stan her more as an actress because I didn't really get into her music that much. She was, she did music way before she did the acting, and I got into her
from acting. Right. When she was going through her majority acting phase, where she's kind of trying to balance it out now.
Right.
But I got into her, like you said, when she was doing more of the acting stuff, and so after that, oh, she's a singer.
Right.
So then I went and watched some of her. I was like, oh, she can really sing, and I really like her. But her style, I don't know if it's something I would gravitate towards.
She does a lot of ballads and slow stuff because she's got that kind of soft voice.
Right.
It's really high, soprano-y voice. And I enjoy it, but she's like one of those, you have to be in a mood to just like sit back.
Right, because I have my days when I'll go through and I just kind of play through IU's old stuff and just kind of just let it play. So I'm like, I know I can like her, but she doesn't always necessarily have the stuff that I'm like, oh, yes, I gotta go play IU right now.
Right.
But this I definitely like. I didn't watch 23, I don't think.
No, that's older. That's from when she was actually 23. So I guess it's kind of her music kind of grows with her, like as it should.
Right.
But I mean, like literally, like Adele, she did 19.
Right.
Then she did the 21,
gotcha.
and she did the 25. So I think, like Adele, we can hear the growth in the stories she tells in her music, or even in music videos, you know.
Right.
And we can look at her and see she's not just only grown as into a woman, but like, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. But yeah, definitely I love IU. And I don't like to see when people bash her because they think her acting's bad, which I don't think so.
It's not.
She's amazing. I think she's amazing.
And I love that she's growing, because the funny thing is, the first thing I saw her in was the long drama that she did, You're the Best Lee Su Shin.
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch that one.
And this is when I was heavily into K-dramas, but I really wasn't following like Nexons, how they feel about it, and K-drama news and this and that and the other. But toward the end of it, by the time the drama was ending, I was starting to get into it.
Right.
And then I read stuff about how she was ridiculed for how she was acting in the first half or the first quarter of the drama.
Yeah.
Because they were saying that she wasn't doing very well. She's kind of making the rest of the drama. She's supposed to be carrying the drama. Maybe she shouldn't have gotten the lead role. But by the end, people were kind of rooting for her, saying that she grew. And I'm like, you got to give people a chance. Because that's the one thing also with 50-episode dramas, they have time to grow and work with these characters, when as in 16 and 20-episode dramas, they kind of have to get it a little bit quicker if they don't.
Right. So I think that's why, like, newer actors or actresses, they do those longer dramas. And we're just like, oh, well, who is this? And they've been in a lot of other things. But
it gets them
longer.
easier to delve into a character better than a shorter drama.
And they can, I guess, feel more secure with acting and developing a character quicker.
Right.
Or how they did it in this one, they can kind of, you know, associate it in that way.
Right.
But she also had another song come out called Ending Scene. The video was featuring Kim Soo-han, and the song's sweet, and I think I enjoyed the video a little bit more than I enjoyed the song.
I heard about it, but I haven't actually watched this one yet.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand it. It felt very metaphorical, but in the end, I did, because when you think about it, it's, you know, it's like their love story, and in the end, it's just like they're letting go. He lets go first, it looks like, and then she makes herself let go. So,
I don't know if I'm gonna watch this, because they were my little ship and producers.
Yeah. They weren't my ship, though.
I know they
But
weren't.
I still liked them. I still liked her and producers. Even though she was just like, the bitchy.
But I liked her being that bitchy.
Yes.
I want her to play bitchy again.
Yes.
Please, IU, please play a bitchy character again, because you did so well.
If you were just like, oh, I didn't like her character. I feel like she was supposed to be that typical character that you're not supposed to like. But you saw that vulnerable side.
You
of her.
saw
and
her.
It wasn't that like pitiful vulnerable side. It was just like
you literally kind of felt bad for her at times. Like, you could understand why she acted the way she did.
Right. And it's not like those second leads where you see them and you're just like,
bitch.
I don't feel pity for you, even though I see this sad part of you.
Right,
whatever.
like, am I supposed to be shedding tears right now?
Right, boo-hoo. Nah. But for her in producers, I really felt it. Like, at first I was like, come on now, she's too cute.
Right.
But then I was like, whoa, hold on. You're really being a brat now. But then later on, when you saw her get, like, embarrassed and stuff, and she's trying to put on a front, it just, I don't know. I really grew to love her. Even though producers to me wasn't an amazing drama. Yeah, the actors in it really made it better than what it was.
Right. I think the producers, what it did for me is make me grow to love the actors in it more than I did before. Right. Then I didn't really care for the drama.
Right.
But because I liked IU, like I said, before the drama, but watching her producers definitely made me love her more. And granted, I loved Kim So-hoon and Gong Ha-jin going into it,
of course.
But watching them play completely opposite of the characters I usually see them in as well. Because Gong Ha-jin, despite her playing different type of characters, she still played, I don't know.
She said producers that character was more like her.
Maybe that's probably why I liked her in it. Because despite I didn't like her coupling in that drama, I liked her character.
Right. I didn't like the coupling.
And
I was really hoping to be with Kim Soo-han, even though I didn't. like deep down I knew it was gonna happen.
Right.
I kind of just really wanted it to happen because he was so adorable with his crush on her.
Right, and I loved
She was
Kim
so
So-hoon
oblivious.
in that because he was playing, the cute little second lead boy, but he was his level of pettiness. I loved it.
It was so funny.
And it's so funny because I'm used to watching him play the more, the typical male lead type of characters where they're usually strong and not so dorky. So watching him play that,
he should play more parts like that too.
that's what producers did. It put
Yeah.
them in roles that they usually don't play that we want to see them play
Right.
more.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Anyway, so enough of IU.
We
Kim
went in-
Swan. Yeah, we went to a spill about her. Well, we fan her. We stan her.
Yes, if you couldn't tell.
Jonghan from SHINee had another solo, not a debut, but a comeback. Solo comeback called Lonely. It's ballady, very ballady. It's something
haven't
I
watched it yet.
expected from Jonghan. Honestly, I didn't expect a super fast one. His last one, I forget what it's called. Yeah. Was it?
I think she was.
I think she was. Yeah, I think that's what it was. That one's a little bit more up tempo, but it was still kind of slow.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's definitely ballady, and I'm not sure what it's about, but it makes you feel lonely.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it mainly because, I like him, yes, and he is my SHINee Bias, which is odd that I didn't watch it. It's just because of the title.
Right.
I figured it was going to be a slow song, and I love his voice.
Right.
But I'm not in the mood for slow right now, so I knew I would eventually watch it, but I
Just
didn't
not
watch
right when it came out.
Right.
I enjoy ballads, but maybe after a couple listens, I'll love this more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love it right away. But he has some other songs. I know he has a whole album coming out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had the album track list released and everything.
Oh, okay.
I know he had that many piercings in his ears.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, okay. So going to K-hip hop, one of my biggest loves. Owen Overdose. He had a comeback, or I guess, yes. Well, I guess because he is solo anyway. What am I talking about? Owen Overdose. He had a comeback called Yellow Iris, and I like it. It's definitely Owen Overdose type music.
I think I picked a little bit of stuff, but I don't know his feel, so let me see.
Yeah. You can turn it up a little bit. I want to hear it again. He grew up in Jersey, so he's got a real East Coast, Northeast Coast rap feel to him.
So I would like him then.
Yeah. Definitely. He's got this flow, and he's all about going back to the roots of hip hop and stop doing this fake stuff, all that kind of thing. So that's what I enjoy about Owen, definitely. He was the first guy I got into or discovered from M-Kit Reigns, which Nafla and Luffy are also in. So his English is perfect, obviously. I like him. He's real, and I like rappers like that. Granted, I like, the new modern stuff, of course.
Right.
I think I said it last time, but I don't know. And it's funny to say this, but this is refreshing to see somebody go back and just be,
Especially someone from another country.
right.
Because that's my thing, is I can always expect hip-hop artists from another country to kind of go with what the flow is now in America and how American hip-hop is. But if I can go find a foreign artist that is doing like old school hip-hop or old school R&B,
Right.
I'm just like, it, because you couldn't do that sound without being like enjoying that music enough to really be into it,
Like, he knows, like, that.
Right,
music.
like you're not saying that I just like, who the new people coming out, just Drake and all that stuff. Like, I'd rather hear you and feel like, I know you know these other artists. Because I can tell it by your flow style and how your music comes across. I can tell that you're into old school people like, say, Tupac or, Biggie, or even older than that, because of how you flow and just tell you,
Yeah.
not to say say that newer artists aren't into that, but you know, sometimes you can tell when people are a little bit more into it because of the type of music that they put out now.
So there's Overdose, and then Loopy had one, I think, right after we finished our last podcast. His came out. It's called Problems. I think he had a teaser out for it, and then the song came out. But Loopy is West Coast type. He's not like Nafla, which is also M. Kid Rain, who's like West Coast old school vibes. Loopy's like West Coast new style vibes. So this is definitely, he's more trap.
It's different. Yeah, this is definitely your style.
Right.
Like, I feel like for trap music, regardless if it's American or foreign, it has to be a certain song for me to really be into it.
Yeah.
Like, for you, you'll probably be a little bit more open to liking certain things. But to me, it has to have a certain flow style to it and beat style to it for me to like it, even when it's being trap music.
Yeah. I mean, I don't love a lot of trap, but I'm very open-minded.
You're more open to it than I am.
Yeah. Problem, it's not one of my favorites. I think I like Ice a little bit more than Problem. But I like the music video for Problem more than I like music for Ice. So I guess M. Kid Rain's got a lot coming out recently.
Yeah.
I don't know if Luby's coming out with a mixtape or an album or something.
Something that's probably have to be dropping soon.
But they put out a lot of singles though. Nafla's the only one who's actually put out an album.
Okay.
So, if we just have
well, yeah, K-hip-hop artists are more like that. So more inclined to drop singles and albums, while K-pop artists are more have mini albums and albums than just dropping
singles. Well, no, they do singles too. But anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, and then Hucko, he's more indie.
Yeah.
But he's on Tableau's label, the YG. What's it called?
Dang, why is this?
I know the name of the label. I'm trying to. What's the word for, like, it's a sub label off of YG?
Yeah.
High Grind.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a sub label basically.
Yeah, okay, a sub label. High Grind, and he had to come Leather Jacket. I like the song. This video is I don't know what's going on. I was confused to the.
It's one of those story.
Yeah, it's a lot of white people in it, so I don't know. It's like a movie almost, but then it's not. It was funny at first when I was watching. I was like, okay, this is cool, but then by then I was just like, what? Okay.
So what is the music cut in?
And Hucko tends to do that. Huck. Either way you say it, he's the same guy. And I think he writes for both. Well, he writes himself, obviously, but I think he writes or co-writes for his band, and this is the band. Huck O is the band, and Huck is just him singularly as a solo artist.
Okay, wait, the music gonna cut in? Okay.
Right. It's like almost 2 minutes in before. Right, so it's like a movie. I don't love it. It looks like what's that book we had to read in school? Grease. Where the guy died at the end. You have to read it. Where it's like 5 guys living like on the opposite side of the tree tracks or something like that.
No, I didn't have to read that one.
No? Oh god, that's what it reminds me of. The music. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hucko. It was alright. But the highlight was definitely Card coming back. And
Yeah.
That's K-pop and hip-hop and Flash.
Right. I think that's kind of it. I didn't really have much because sadly I watched more episodes of my dramas, but I still haven't caught up on everything. So I need to get back on that so I can actually have current K-dramas to talk about on these podcasts. But yeah, okay, hold on, let's pause that.
I am watching Perfect Match, a Taiwanese drama still with Chris Wu and Ivy Shao. So I'm loving that, and I'm watching it week to week, and I'm having a good time on Sompi Forum, talking with people, and on MDL. So you guys should check out the Taiwanese drama Perfect Match. That's only if you have the Viki Pass, though. You can watch all the episodes. Makia's let me use her Viki Pass. So that's why
Don't tell nobody.
That's why I'm watching up to episode 8. Either way, other than that, I'd have to be like episode 4, patiently waiting for these other episodes to release.
Right.
But it's just kind of like as hard because you have to wait for it to be subbed. But I still get to be like in the know of the now, and that's what I wanted.
So, and I think I finally have a weekend off coming up, guys, after not having a weekend off for about a month and a half.
Yeah.
So I really think I'll be able to really catch up and start my dramas that I want to watch. So my plan this weekend is to finish out the last few episodes of Strong Woman, Do Bong Soon, start Tunnel, finish When a Snail Falls in Love, because I haven't finished that yet.
1% of anything? You haven't finished that?
I had the last two, because remember I told...
Something about 1% of me.
Because, I like to watch the last 2 episodes together.
Yeah.
And there's been times I wanted to just go ahead and watch one episode, but I like to watch them back to back, and I hate when I don't have the time or I'm getting tired, and that seems to be happening because of my scheduling and trying to do other stuff and everything just all together. I've been exhausted. So trying to stay up and pay attention to something on the TV has been hard. So I've been rewatching because I know if I fall asleep, I already know what happens.
Right.
So... like I said, this weekend will be my catch-up weekend.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to go and watch the 3rd episode of My Secret Romance.
And I need to start that one. And that's the one I was telling her about that I wanted to start.
Well,
and
I
I
had
didn't.
nothing else to watch during the week since I watched all my other dramas. I kind of just put on hold. And then I'm only watching Perfect Match, which only comes out on Fridays. And I'll get to see it till maybe like Sunday. So, yeah, I just pressed play because I was like, why not?
Right.
So, I'll be watching that. Let you guys know how I feel about that one.
So, I think that might be it for this one, guys. I don't think we have... You have...
I think I'm good on everything else. I'm tapped out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, with that, guys, I'm going to end it on my... wow. And you can see my plays. Why is it not showing my plays for the other ones? Whatever. On my favorite winter comeback song.
Oh, really, really?
Yes, so we're going to jam out to Really, Really on the way out, guys. So until next time, go ahead and hit that like button.
Subscribe.
Go ahead and hit that bell button so you'll get notified every time we upload a podcast. And so until next time, guys.
See ya.
Bye.